Hello, friends. I'm Deacon Janie Carl, and I'm part of our Christ Church of Jackson video ministry. And we are blessed today to have my dear friend, Donna Allen. A couple of Sundays ago, when Pastor Tim had started a new preaching series called You've Got a Friend in Me, Donna came rushing over to me after the service ended, and she said, Janie, remember you invited me to share my faith? Well, it might have been about a year ago. Well, God has nudged me today that I need to share this about my faith soon. I need to share it now. And so we are honored to have Donna, who's going to tell this uplifting true story.
Well, the sermon that morning, he started off with "You've got a prayer in me," referring to Jesus as our friend, and it immediately took me back to an incident that happened um, several years ago, when he was my best friend, and he just gave me a very poignant experience. I don't go around seeing visions every day, but in this time, he truly blessed me. We have to go back. It's late 1990, early 1991, during the first Gulf War, and Desert Storm was in full swing, and we were stationed at Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Robert was deployed as part of the 101st Airborne Division, which left me as a single parent with four school-age children, and I was a full-time student at that time, getting my bachelor's degree. And we were attending an off-base church at the time, and there were many military families that attended. And as our spouses were deployed, we had set up a support group to help each other through this time, and to pray for our family members that were in harm's way. And as the time grew closer to where things were heating up, and we felt that the war would actually be breaking out, we set up a 24-hour prayer time where our group and other members of our church, we signed up for an hour or a 2-hour slot where we would designate every day as prayer time, so that they were covered in prayer 24 hours a day. And during my prayer time, I prayed the Psalms 91 every day over our men and women, but most especially over my husband. If you would share that psalm for those that are not familiar with it.
I'd be honored to share it. He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in whom I trust. Surely He will save you from the fowler's snare and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart. You will not fear the terror of night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. You will only observe with your eyes and see the punishment of the wicked. If you make the Most High your dwelling, even the Lord, who is my refuge, then no harm will befall you, no disaster will come near your tent. For He will command His angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. They will lift you up in their hands so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. You will tread upon the lion and the cobra. You will trample the great lion and the serpent. Because he loves me, says the Lord, I will rescue him. I will protect him, for he acknowledges my name. He will call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation.
I literally prayed that every single day. And I asked God to please put a hedge of protection around my husband and to give his angels charge over him. I got up one morning and got the children off to school, and I was just having a hard time. I just got up missing my best friend. Robert and I started dating when we were 16 years old, and he is truly my best friend.
Mhm.
And I just got up that morning just having a hard time of it. And I had stopped, and the pastor and his wife had prayed with me, and then I continued on to class. And as I was getting out of the vehicle, and I was continuing to pray, and I said, Dear Jesus, I am missing my best friend so much. Would you be my best friend today? And as I was walking across the campus, I heard his calming voice within me. And he said, This is what this best friend can do for you. The campus just faded away around me, and I saw Robert just as clear as day. He was dressed in his desert BDUs with his Kevlar on. He was the chief of firing battery, and his job was to go from field artillery piece to field artillery piece and check for accuracy and safety. And I could see him as he walked from one howitzer to another howitzer. Every step he took, there were angels completely surrounding him in that hedge. And every step that he took from one to the other, they were going right with him. And he was completely surrounded. And I heard Christ's voice say, As you have asked, so I have done. It was over in an instant, and I was back on campus. But I had that peace. Christ's presence was just with me, and I knew that my husband was safe, and that, yes, I was missing my earthly best friend, but my heavenly best friend is always with me, and he was right there with both of us.
Donna, that is so beautiful. Thank you so much for being here today and sharing with our friends.